Hey guys, so I wanted to just kind of walk you through a little bit with the expectations for this summative assessment, which is an infographic. Those of you who were with me last semester, we've already created an infographic, and you have a bunch of resources available to you, and I'll show you where to find those on how to create an infographic. But just remember, infographics are narratives, kind of. They tell a story with information, and so you want to make sure that you are laying out for your audience, you're kind of teaching them what the topic is. So our topic is patternicity, which is that kind of the idea that you create something out of nothing, that you notice a pattern and then you attach a meaning to that pattern that is not actually associated with that. It just happens to be coincidence, but that's what patternicity is. And then connecting that idea to conspiratorial thinking. So, how do you get from seeing patterns to creating conspiracies? And then I need to see that that is a dangerous thing. So, it's one thing to, believe in space aliens taking over the earth and just kind of like maybe put a sign in your front yard. It's another thing if you start blaming a whole group of people that and blaming and saying that those people are aliens and that they are trying to take over the world, which is a legitimate conspiracy theory that's out there. Not legitimate in its thinking, but it's an actual thing that people have come to know. So those are the things you want to think about is when does it cross the line and become a problem. So we're in our folder here, and you can see that I have a couple of the outline of the dates here for you. And this week on week 27, hopefully you're done with your no red ink test, which is here. If not, wrap that up sometime this week. And then you have the submission, which I'll slide down here because it's 27.2, get it in order again. This final one with the asterisks, that's where you're going to be working, and that's where you're going to be creating your document. The things you have to do this week are to peer review somebody else from last week's assignment. And so when you click on this assignment, you're not going to see anything here except for the assignments, who you're reviewing, and then what my grading priority is here. So what I want you to do is go through each section of the rubric and give comments about that section of the rubric for the person. And then this section right here, this is where my priority in grading is. All of us are at different levels in our artistic ability. My priority is grading your thinking. Can you show me that you understand patternicity? Can you connect it to conspiracy thinking? And then can you show me why this can be dangerous? And you need to do that in a visual medium somehow. And so that is the expectation. There are several people who have already turned this in for us here, and you can look at those in the media album. I'm impressed with what you guys have already started. Just make sure your focus is on those three connections: patternicity to conspiracy theory to danger. That's the direction you want to go. So if you look in the media album here, and of course it's going to take a minute for it to load for me, you can see some examples of how people have kind of connected these ideas. Now, of course, you can't copy these ideas because they're your classmates, and we will be submitting these to turnitin.com to make sure that you're using your own ideas. But this is kind of there's some really solid examples here explaining how you connect from one thing to another. So that is there. And if it won't open for us to talk about together on this video, then you can go in there and look and kind of see how the connections work. So that's really what I need you to do. That's the focus. Remember, you should have been going through and doing all the patternicity assignments, the conspiracy theory. We've been focusing on this for the last couple of weeks. So I know it's hard when you're online to kind of know what to prioritize, but I try to assign things in an order that makes sure that we're building to get somewhere. And I don't assign random things for no reason. Everything leads to something else. And so the thing that we were leading to on watching the conspiracy theory video on doing, or I'm sorry, in Checkology, on reading the article about patternicity, all of those things were leading us to this point. And so that is what I want you to keep in mind for our work now. So if you have any questions, you can always email me. But those of you who have got your work in already, great job. So priority this week, peer review, fix and update and adjust your final draft and submit that by Thursday at midnight, and then no red ink after that. So I will be getting in and trying to leave some comments, especially if I'm concerned about your assignment in the next 24 to 48 hours. So that is where my priority is going to be for you so that you have something there before you get to Thursday. So if you have any questions, like I said, let me know.